Good morning and a very, very warm welcome to Vega's virtual open day. My name is Carla and I am a very privileged member of a team of lecturers. We refer to ourselves as navigators who are remarkably passionate about what it is that we do. And as passionate as we are about our academic fields and our research, we are passionate about applying the models and the tools that we work with to real life practice. I'm also very privileged to be a member of a national management team dedicated to the performance of VEGA and sustaining the performance of VEGA. And equally privileged to be a member of the founder team who certainly did not settle for anything less. We then disrupted very traditional, if not models constraining, leading thinking in the creative industries, really enabling students to disrupt norms, to address far more solution-oriented practices, developing the skill sets for modern-day brand building. We're a brand-focused school, and our portfolio offering reaches from design to business, to the creative fields of content creation and narration, to communication practices and channel planning. In this context, we understand why we exist. We understand the purpose that we serve in the manner we go about training our students, our way of thinking, our way of doing. And for us, it's all about understanding that every creative student has the ability to engage in a boardroom, is strategically oriented towards solving problems with meaningful solutions, and equally so, that every strategic student has the potential to engage creatively, to source original solutions to challenges. We believe in creative strategic thinking and strategic creative doing. And what's more, the world needs more creative solution seekers. We need creative solution seekers in the world of business. We need creative solution seekers managing our city brands, our country brands. We need more creative solution seekers in producing content that really genuinely connects with people and adds value to how we live life. This is what we stand for. And we believe that you should not settle for anything less. Welcome to our open day.
Don't settle for a path that isn't your own. For a white picket one-way ticket. Say no to comfortable, to safe, the easy way. Don't aspire for 9 to 5, zero drive, wonder, am I alive? Don't settle for a job you want to snooze the alarm on. If it doesn't set your soul on fire, keep searching, you've got time. Don't settle for closed minds, signs of the times, for coloring inside the lines. Don't settle for regret. For okay, for good, for great. Why stop there? Be better, do better. Better design, better brands, better business. Then, better your best. Don't settle for being a supporting character in someone else's story. For playing it small, playing it safe. Playing for the rule makers, the takers. Salute the game shakers. Then, become one. Don't settle for ceilings when the stars are in clear sight.
Thank you, Carla, for that warm welcome. And I definitely agree with you that students shouldn't be settling when it comes to their tertiary education. My name is Devil Human and I am the National Senior Contact Navigator at the IIE-VEGA School. And my role as a Contact Navigator is to assist you, the future VEGA night, with your application and registration at the IIE-VEGA School. I form part of a dedicated team of Contact Navigators that are really ready and waiting to assist you through that process. It's very important that if you haven't reached out to one of us yet, to do so as soon as possible. Our application deadline is quickly approaching, 30th of November, that's when our applications are closing. So my advice would be, reach out to a contact navigator as soon as possible, get your application in and secure your spot. Just for a little bit more information and background about VEGA. VEGA is part of, or a brand of the Independent Institute of Education. We've got 23 campuses, 6 faculties, 40,000 registered students, and 124 qualifications. Those qualifications and the Independent Institute of Education is also accredited by the British Accreditation Council, so you can be rest assured that the qualification that you'll be receiving at VEGA is at an international standard. And you're definitely not settling for a qualification that's of any less value compared to a public institution, your normal public institution. Just to the qualifications, the IE qualifications that we deliver at VEGA, we deliver those qualifications on either one of our 5 campuses. We've got a campus in Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, Pretoria, and we also have an online campus. And we deliver these qualifications in a variety of study options that's available to you, the future Veganite. So the first one is obviously full-time contact on campus. So for those of you interested in full-time studies are available through the Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban and Pretoria campuses. For those of you who are working individuals but still would like that face-to-face interaction and the campus experience, we also deliver our on-campus qualifications on a part-time basis. That would mean that you come to campus in the evenings, so after you finish work, you come into campus for lectures. It's not all our qualifications, so my advice would be please reach out to your contact navigator just for more information about the campuses that deliver part-time qualifications as well as the qualifications available to you. The other option, of course, is distance learning through our online campus. So if you are the person that prefers to study at your own pace and also from the comfort of your own home, of course, the online campus is definitely a very good option for you to consider. Our online qualifications include both undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications. There's a lot of reasons why you should be considering studying at VEGA. I'm going to highlight a few. We've already spoken about the international accreditation with the British Accreditation Council. All our students are trained in both creativity and strategy, which are key skills if you want to thrive in today's world. We are in the 4th industrial revolution, so your ability to solve complex problems, critical thinking and creativity becomes extremely important. And those are the cornerstones on which VEGA was built. We also engage very much in industry. We encourage our navigators also to be involved in industry. We don't want them to be stuck in the library. We actually want them to engage in industry. And we also provide our students with the opportunity to work on live briefs, real briefs from industry, and it takes a variety of shapes and forms. One of them is, of course, our brand challenge. If you haven't heard about brand challenge before, it's basically where we've got companies, real companies with real issues, real brand issues that they're facing, real business issues, problems for that matter, that they're facing, and they come to our students for a solution. And our students work together in multidisciplinary teams. You'll have your graphic designers, your copywriters, your digital designers, as well as your strategists, your brand communication strategists, your brand managers, digital marketers, all in one team, very representative of what it's like in real world, in a real world environment. It takes place over a 5-week time frame in your 3rd year, and our students do literally everything from research all the way to a fully fledged strategy rollout plan with creative executions, etc. To give you a little bit more of an idea, on what Brand Challenge is all about. Our VEGA Durban campus, they've compiled a lovely video, and it will give you a great idea on what Brand Challenge is all about and the challenges that our students face. I'll be right back after this video.
So Brand Challenges is essentially a 5-week program where we get given a client and we reinvigorate their brand.
It's amazing that we get to experience like real life clients, and then we get real budgets and we get real life problems, and as students we get to actually see what we do in the real life context.
VEGA students from all specializations get together and they work on a live brief for a live client.
I mean, first week's like agency. That week is quite tough for the creatives.
We come up with the name, our values, mission, goals, objectives, everything. It's like a full rundown of what we do. Yeah, second week is research, so that's primary and secondary research.
We've done focus groups, questionnaires, surveys, interviews.
Here's a brand and a client who needs something.
These are their real issues,
real
you know?
issues. Help them come up with solutions. You guys have to think critically, innovatively, and you need to help them come up with the solutions for them. And in the end, you might win or you might not, but at least you've thought that.
And also for me, I feel like we're at an advantage because I mean, other universities don't work with real clients. They just go in the theory and that's it. And I feel like at VEGA, we have such an advantage to be able to do this.
Third week is concepts. It's where we just
Pretty much just take all the research that we've been doing in the previous week and boil it down into
key insights
and concepts.
It gives you an understanding of time crunches. It also helps you brush up on your skills.
Fourth week is more
concept development, so like refining a concept into one big concept. Fifth week is just implementation.
The presentation quality was world class. It has really exceeded every single expectation I could have ever had. We thought it was a really good idea and opportunity for us to see what the young minds can come up with.
So the experience with Brand Challenge has been fantastic. Again, you heard from Katrine's feedback is that this is something, you know, with equal opportunity. Some of the biggest agencies she's working with haven't come over the hill with some of this sort of thinking. So are they ready for industry? They're definitely ready for industry. I've got no doubt about that, yeah.
And I think every year they take on, they choose a ministry or a charity, and they ask them if they'd like to be involved. So we leapt at the chance to be involved. So it was amazing. Yeah, the insights, some of the insights were so profound. The way they presented it was so professional. And I thought, gosh, I could actually work with you. There's so much we could be doing, there's so much we should be doing, that these students had shown us kind of a world of what was out there, of possibilities for our brand and for our organisation. And the challenge now is for us to take it and run with it.
Sure, wow, what a wonderful opportunity for students to get that real life industry experience. contributes to the fact that Vega graduates are ready for work from day one. And industry has really taken note. And also, not surprisingly, part of the reason why 95% of Vega graduates are employed within 6 months of graduation. I'm going to go straight into another video. It's basically a video just showcasing our Vega campuses. You'll get a nice feel of what it looks like on the Vega campuses, but also some elements that makes Vega a little bit different to other institutions. After that video, I'll be handing over to my colleague Amy. She's the Senior Contact Navigator on our Durban campus, and she will be taking you through the business, the brand communication and brand management qualifications that we deliver at Vega. And after that, I'll be back to discuss the design qualifications that we deliver at Vega. Throughout the session, feel free to post your questions in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to assist you with answers as thoroughly as possible. And once again, thank you for joining us today. Enjoy the video. Over to you, Amy.
Ready?
Hi everyone, my name's Amy and I'm from the IIE-VEGA Durban campus. I hope you enjoyed that video about us. And now we're just going to start touching into qualifications that we deliver. So firstly, all of the qualifications that we deliver at Vega focus into design, brand, and business. At the center of every qualification is brand, and then a student would either do a qualification in design and brand or business and brand. Also in every qualification that we deliver is the 3 top skills required on a 2020 CV according to the World Economic Forum, and that would be to master complex problems, critical thinking, and creativity. So we are moving into, well, we're in the 4th Industrial Revolution, and if you do any research into that, you will see that those are skills that many companies require, and they're skills that are vested in the qualifications that we deliver. We also have Vega values that we instill into our qualifications and teach our students throughout their time with us. And that's that we believe brands with meaning add value to how people live their lives. We believe an organization is responsible for its every decision and action. We believe in the human imagination, in creativity, and its power to impact what people think, feel, and do. And we believe in borderless knowledge and a striving for excellence. And when we take you through some examples of our student work and general examples, you'll see the type of work that we hold in high value and how brands can actually change the world and make positive impact. Then just an overview of the qualifications that we deliver. We start at certificate level, and these are higher certificates, so NQF level 5 qualifications. These are generally for anybody who has not gained their bachelor's pass or specifically wants to study something, say, like the higher certificate in photography. Then we have our NQF level 7 qualifications, and those would be our degrees and advanced diploma. Then we have our honors qualifications and our postgraduate diplomas, and those are NQF level 8. And then we have our master's qualification at NQF level 9. And then we also will have a doctorate coming soon at NQF level 10. Okay, so first we're going to look into the brand management qualifications. So this grouping of qualification is called brand management. And we're firstly going to show you a little case study, which is similar to the type of work that a brand management student would do. So yeah, enjoy the video.
On Super Bowl Sunday, the US is big, loud, and expensive. Sweden is Swedish. So how does Volvo compete with the other car brands and their millions spent on commercials during the game? We don't. We steal it.
When you see a car commercial during the game, any car commercial, not Volvo, you can tweet using the hashtag #VolvoContest.
The interception was simple. Their commercials would give you a chance to win one of our cars for someone you love. Just tweet their name to Volvo during any car commercial. When Mercedes wanted you to look here, people immediately went here. When Lexus spent 4.5 million for this, Twitter looked like this. Shifting the social conversation to Volvo. With up to 2,000 tweets per minute every time their commercials aired, we changed the Super Bowl conversation from one loud 30-second roar to an ongoing conversation about Volvo that lasted the entire game. We were the only car company to trend both nationally and globally.
So they weren't advertising on TV, they were letting all the other car companies do that for them.
And just like that, their millions of dollars worth of car commercials turned into a social conversation about Volvo, helping our XC60 to a 70% sales increase the month following the game, the highest in its segment.
Okay, so in the context of that video, let's pretend that we are working for Volvo. Your responsibility is that you are the brand manager and you have the Super Bowl coming up soon and you want your brand to be involved in the Super Bowl. Challenge, it's really expensive. All other car brands do it as and you only get 30 seconds to get your name out there. And so is it really a good return on investment? So what Volvo has done and their brand managers have done is led the brand through a really innovative campaign that has resulted in people talking about the brand throughout the game and even afterwards. You would have seen in the corner of the video that there was a little lion symbol, which means that the brand won a Cannes Lion, which is an advertising award. And that campaign was actually done in 2015. People are still talking about it. Moreover, people have, the brand has achieved its main objective, which is to increase sales. So if you think about what all the other brands spent to get their advert placed during the Super Bowl versus what Volvo spent, which would have been paying Jimmy Kimmel, putting some spend behind social media, and obviously a car, it's a fraction of what the other brands spent, and they rose their sales by 70% in the sector. Which was the highest of all other car brands. So objective achieved and good brand management that went on there. So to look at the qualifications within the brand management portfolio, we have a higher certificate in brand building practice, which would be the NQF level 5 qualification. And then we have our NQF level 7 degrees, which is a BBA. BBA stands for Bachelor of Business Administration. Then there are the BComs, and BComs stands for Bachelor of Commerce. And then there's also an NQF level 8, which is the BCom Honors in Strategic Brand Management. So to take you through each degree and an overview, we first have the BBA in Brand Building Management. And this is combining strategy and creativity in business with financial management, economics, critical thinking, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Jobs within the field, you're looking at stuff like brand manager, entrepreneur, brand contact planner, product manager, brand activation coordinator, promotions manager, brand strategist, and media planner. The entry criteria for the qualification, you would need an NSC degree pass, English at 30% and above. We accept Maths Lit and Maths Higher Grade, or Maths Core. Your Maths Core would need to be at 50% and above, and your Maths Lit would need to be at 60% and above. Obviously, we pride ourselves in the success of our students once they finish these qualifications. And one prominent student who has studied the Brand Building and Management BBA would be Tato. So we're just going to show you a video of the work that Tato has done since she left Vega.
There are a lot of problems that we have in society, and we always think the answer, lies in money, or it lies in something that is far from us. When you look at the issue of plastic pollution, looking at that and saying, there's so much potential, the potential for it to become more than what it is. I don't even see plastic anymore. I see our material, I see our textile, I see color. I started a company with a friend of mine, Rhea, and what we do is repurpose school bags. So this is an upcycled, solar-powered school bag.
It was a school assignment of hers, so she took plastics and she just made a regular bag out of it, very, very simple.
Being able to recognize the value in this could actually be something that could help so many kids out there, that could create so many jobs, and then say, I'm actually going to pick it up and hopefully make something worthwhile and meaningful. Yes, I'm very business-minded, but I have so much empathy for people and how business can actually be in that space, and profit not being a driver but coming as a consequence of actually doing good in the community.
Having a business that from the onset sets to make a social change.
The bag is made from 20 plastic bags that we upcycle and turn into a purpose textile. And we take that and we cut it into a pattern. And then we take that and we sew it up into a neat, durable backpack. On each bag, we've got a reflective material, and then we've got the solar panel. While a child is walking to school, the solar panel is charging, and when a child gets back home, you can simply take it out, put it on the dryer, and then they can use it as a light to study. Looking at what we've managed to accomplish with pretty much no marketing budget, and reach the likes of Bill Gates and not having to pay him to tweet about us, but doing that through work that matters, I think that is huge. For someone such as Bill Gates to recognize us firstly as creative was huge. It validated that as a creative, you don't need maths or to be a scientist, to make an impact in the world. Through thinking differently, that can be recognized as something noteworthy. When you start something, you need to have a clear vision of what it is that you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. And having moved into a new factory, not looking at the space itself, but looking at what it means to the people I work with.
The ability to create jobs and being able to assist them in that transition from where they are right now up until where they would like to be and even further.
We've managed to pretty much employ 8 people out of waste. Everything has value. Everything should have a purpose. We live in a world where we need a new generation of young people telling a different story for what is possible. How long are we going to wait for people to realize our greatness?
Tato is a social entrepreneur. So the skills that she has learned within the BBA qualification, she is implementing into her social entrepreneurship company. Obviously, as you saw, she's gained recognition from the Bill and Melinda Foundation. And she's just using those skills to make positive change on her society and the people around her through her product and through also employing people for her company. So amazing to see how successful she has been since leaving us. Then in our third year for our students, we help them develop a portfolio that they will use as part of their CV. And we also have a showcase where the students will show the work that they've done. So this is just an example of some showcase displays where students put out business cards, their CV, their portfolio work, and really just try to catch the attention of people who are attending the showcase, which is often brand managers, any companies that are looking for anyone within that field and space. Okay, then next we have our BCom in Strategic Brand Management. And these students will design the unique, innovative strategies required to unleash the true market power of the brand. So thinking back to that Volvo example, this obviously speaks nicely to that. What you can expect for jobs in the field would be a strategic planner, entrepreneur, product, marketing or brand manager, account manager, business consultant, brand strategist, marketing manager, channel planner or brand auditor. The entry criteria is a NSC bachelor's degree pass, English at 30% and above, Maths core at 50% and above, and lit at 70% and above. And just linking back to our showcase example, we just have a funny example of what one of our students displayed the 1 year, because obviously business work is a little bit more intricate and difficult to visually display, which is why we've used videos and things like that to show you. So sometimes our students, when they get to showcase, they will say, well, what do they want to see? My ecos papers or something. So it is a little bit more than that. But our students do like to make a joke every now and then too. Then we have the BCom in digital marketing. Those with a knack for fusing powerful content with equally powerful digital mechanisms for its dissemination to the right target audience and markets. So jobs in the field for this qualification would be a digital marketer or strategist, a social media strategist, media planner, advertising account executive, electronic marketer, content coordinator, digital communication manager, communication strategist, marketing manager, or marketing director. The entry criteria is a bachelor's degree pass with English at 30% and above, Maths Core 50%, and Maths Lit at 60% and above. And then just some more showcase examples of what the students put together to display themselves and to launch themselves into the working world. Those were all the brand management qualifications that we deliver, and next we'll look at the brand communication portfolio of qualifications. But first, we'll show you a little video that explains nicely what brand communication is all about.
Sumo, the biggest real estate information agent in Japan, has been providing houses to customers. But how can it be the absolute #1, not just in scale, but also as the brand? There, we challenge an unusual customer. That is, the hermit crab. Hermit crabs professionally seek out better houses throughout their entire lives. However, their habitat of seashells in Japan are lacking by environmental degradation. Shall we move? Together with the oceanographers, we searched for their ideal house. We made the shell's inner structure more spacious, not to hurt their soft abdomen. The shell was formed in a cocoon shape to be light and sturdy. They were made from an organic material consisting of starch, causing no harm to the natural environment. And finally, the challenge began. They chose our house. One after another, the hermit crabs moved into their new houses. And the beach and city became the brand's live media. The hermit crabs soon became the talk of the town, proving Sumo provides comfortable houses to every customer. Moreover, the project was presented at the Oceanographic Society as an innovative ecology protection act, providing the ideal house to all customers. Sumo.
Okay, so let's pretend that we are the brand communication, the person in charge of the brand communication for Sumo. The objective was to differentiate themselves from other competing brands and organizations that offer a similar offering, and then to also communicate effectively what their brand message is. Their brand message is providing the ideal home to all customers, and they've gone and done something that people want to talk about, and have done something that is positive for the environment. So if you have to think about, if you know a brand that's done something good, then won't you want to support that brand over another brand so that they can carry on doing good things for your immediate environment or the world in general? So moreover than that, they have increased their organic reach through people sharing the content and taking photos of the hermit crabs. And then they've also won awards for the campaign. So a great use of brand communication to secure a strong position amongst their competitors. So looking at the qualifications that fall into the brand communication portfolio, these are predominantly postgraduate qualifications, with the undergraduate being the BA in strategic brand communication. So just to, and then obviously the others, the one is an honors qualification. Then we have the postgraduate diploma, which is also an NQF level 8, like the honors, and then we have the masters. The BA in strategic brand communication is a qualification that delivers strategic skills required to identify, explore, analyze, and solve pressing brand communication challenges through the development and implementation of innovative, original, and accountable strategies. Jobs in the field are brand and communication planning, strategic planner, account executive, event manager, public relations planner, sponsorship planner, channel and media planner, digital marketing planner, research communication manager, and internal communication manager. The entry criteria for this qualification is a bachelor's degree pass with English at 30% and above. So, although this is an arts qualification, somebody who studies this needs to be a combination of creative and very analytical. So you do deal with things like budgets and lines. You're identifying a target audience. You're identifying the best ways to reach that target audience, and you are conducting a level of research to understand that target audience as well. So although it is an arts qualification, you can also see it as suited for somebody who's also quite business minded, but without the maths. And then just some brand communication showcase examples of how the students displayed their work in order to attract the people who were at Showcase.
Thank you, Amy, for that insightful presentation, and I think that our future Veganites found a lot of value, and you answered a lot of their questions with regards to the brand communication and brand management qualifications delivered at VEGA. I'm going to continue now just to go through the design qualifications delivered at VEGA. Just a reminder, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comment section. We will do our best to answer them as thoroughly as possible. So to look at the design qualifications, I think the first thing that's worthwhile to mention is that if you're interested in any design qualification, you're definitely at the right place. This year, 2019, VEGA was voted as the #1 design school in South Africa. So a huge accomplishment for us, and we're also hoping to be ranked #1 for the 2020 Luries. So to look at the design portfolio at VEGA, you'll see it's a wide range of qualifications that we deliver, anything from a higher certificate to postgraduate qualifications. We've got 2 postgraduates, a BA in Graphic Design Honours, as well as a BA Honours in Interior Design. We also deliver 2 higher certificate programs, a higher certificate in Creative Development, as well as a higher certificate in Photography. If we look at our design qualifications, the entry requirements would be achieving a bachelor's pass for your national senior certificate, as well as a minimum of 30% for English. Okay, for those of you who are concerned about the bachelor's pass, I know this year has been a little bit different, a little bit unusual. So if you're concerned about your bachelor's pass, you think you're gonna, you might be concerned that you're gonna miss your bachelor's pass, don't worry, the higher certificate is your bridge into a degree. So with a higher certificate pass, you will be able to enter into the higher certificate in Creative Development or the higher certificate in Photography, and once completed, you will then have access to any one of the design qualifications we deliver at VEGA. Okay, it's an extra year of study, but what we've seen is a lot of the students following this pathway, higher certificate to degree, they end up being some of our top students in the degree program. So firstly, I'm going to look at the BA in Graphic Design. So in this qualification, you will learn how to conceptualize, develop and craft design solutions to design problems, a variety of design problems from branding, packaging to publication design. Although the focus of this degree would be developing solutions for print, you will also learn how to plan, record, edit, things like short videos and motion graphics. Okay. So typical projects that you will be exposed to as a graphic designer would be advertising design. We all know the adverts that we see in magazines, newspapers, billboards. As a graphic designer, that's part of your role. Corporate identity design, bread and butter for a lot of graphic designers. As a graphic designer, you might have a few friends starting a business, coming to you for a new logo, a corporate identity. Packaging design, very interesting part of being a graphic designer, a very nice field to go into. Obviously, that is where the consumer and the company meet for the first time. And then we've got editorial design, also quite a broad field nowadays. Magazines, they're not only limited to the print format that we all grew up with, they're also available online now. And there you are pretty much concerned about the layout of the pages. Photography, also very important as a graphic designer, as well as in illustration. The skill that you're going to be using to create visual elements that you can include in your designs. You also have photography and illustration as modules throughout your qualification at VEGA. Just some examples of student work. This is visual identity and branding. You'll see this is a logo that our student designed for as one of his assignments. You've got also examples of some of the collateral and how it would be applied to a letterhead, envelopes, business cards, etc. Packaging design, again, a very interesting field, and we've got some very nice briefs throughout the qualification. What we also do is, if there's competitions like the Gold Pack Awards, we take that brief and we bring it into the curriculum, we work it into your assignments, also just to give students that exposure to industry, and also that opportunity to win awards while they at VEGA. You'll see that example of the toothbrush packaging, finalist at the Gold Pack Awards. Quite an interesting design there. Illustration, making use of different illustration techniques to create visual assets that you can use in your designs. Also one of your modules throughout the course. Just some of the campaigns that our students have worked on. I'll touch a little bit more on the top one. The rule book says nothing about gender. That's a very interesting campaign that was actually a collaboration between a digital design and a graphic design student, and they did really well in the Adobe Design Achievement Awards. And then another example of just an integrated campaign, advertorial design, etc., that was entered into the D&AD Awards. Cool. Now we're going to have a quick look at our BA in digital design. So the question might be, what is digital design? What will I learn? So as a digital design student, you will learn how to research, conceptualize, develop and craft design solutions across a wide range of digital platforms. You'll learn to create 2D and 3D animation, motion graphics, special effects, even plan and produce short videos, and then also developing the development of front-end design solutions for mobile and app development. In your final year, you will be exposed as well to the fundamentals and the basics of augmented reality, which is an exciting new addition to this qualification. So you should already be seeing there's a big difference between digital design and graphic design, where graphic design tends to focus more on print media. The digital design qualification, it's definitely for the more tech savvy, more technical creative student, interested in how things look, the aesthetic part of it, but also how they work and how people interact with those digital platforms. And we craft obviously interesting design solutions based on that information. A digital design student could potentially work in two different streams. The one stream is user experience design, the other stream is motion design. So under the user experience design stream can include typical projects such as web and mobile applications, data visualization, so telling stories with data, so finding creative ways to represent data so it makes a little bit more sense to the user, augmented reality, and then also interactive design. And a really good example of interactive design could be something like an interactive billboard. Then the other stream, motion design, includes things like obviously motion graphics, animation, 2D and 3D animation, video, 3D modeling, again augmented reality, experiential design, as well as creating social media content. This is a really cool example of a digital design project that our students were working on. Client Burger King, and basically what they used, they used the social media app Tinder, turned it into Flinder, a very quirky campaign, a very interactive campaign, and I actually have a video to show you just explaining this specific design solution that they came up with, and it will give you a really good idea about what the digital design students do. Enjoy the video.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, baby? How did you know I needed you? How did you know I needed you so badly?
Dear Diary, last night I saw this golden god glistening in the distance. And let me tell you, he had the hardest buns I have ever seen in my life. I could barely grab them, they were so firm. Let me not even get started on how substantial his meat was. My mouth couldn't handle it. And I'm not sure if I could handle it again today. Why am I overthinking this? It's just a burger. Try the delicious and original Whopper Burger from Burger King. It will set your imagination on fire.
So quite an interesting campaign from our digital design students, and actually perfectly suited. It ended with a little radio ad which connects very nicely with the next qualification that I would like to discuss with you. which is our BA in Creative Brand Communication degree, specializing in copywriting. I think very important, first of all, to make it very clear that copywriting has absolutely nothing to do with copyright law. It's about words, it's about writing, and it's about language. So those of you who are excited about crafting sentences and coming up with quirky lines, if you like creative writing, this is the ideal course for you. But it's also, if you look at the next slide, copywriting is also about ideas and insights. Very important to be able to generate ideas that can communicate a message in a relevant, engaging way to the target audience. You can typically concerned about how people think and how they feel about certain things, how they behave in different situations. You can imagine people behave very differently, say at a bus stop, at work, or at home, in store. And then another important consideration that is how do people buy. So what they typically do is they analyze all of these aspects to ensure that the communication and the message that they send to clients, it's relevant. They also look at what's happening around them, looking at trends, looking at culture, looking at technology, and then obviously crafting their ideas surrounding that insights. Copywriters typically write for a wide range of different media, print media, radio, television, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, websites, online ads, banners, billboards, posters, chatbots, articles, mobile apps, etc. The list literally goes on and on and on. It's a very diverse field. Copywriters, you can find them working at advertising agencies, as content creators, UX writers, social media managers, brand journalists, web writers, design writers, and another important factor that we also need to consider is that the BA in Creative Brand Communication degree that we deliver at VEGA is also the only 3-year degree specializing in copywriting. So you will be unique in the market when you go out to seek employment, and there's a huge demand for copywriters. Just an example of a campaign that one of our copywriting students did. Actually, this specific campaign she also translated into Afrikaans that ended up winning a Pendoring Award. Very tongue-in-cheek as well. Product being caffeinated chocolate, and the message being ditch the coffee, rather get your caffeine fixed by having one of our chocolates. Before your meeting, you might burn your mouth. Collaboration amongst disciplines is also very important, and our students work on integrated campaigns, so communicating basically the same brand message across a wide variety of platforms. I mentioned earlier the Adobe Achievers Awards campaign that we did. Basically, I'm going to show you the video now. It's a collaboration between a digital design student and a graphic design student, where they highlighted the fact that in sport the rule book doesn't say anything about gender. So why are women in a lot of aspects excluded from sport? Your ability to participate in sports should not depend on your gender, rather your capability. A very exciting campaign, and they did this for Adidas. I'm going to show you the video now, and thereafter we can move on to our BA in interior design. Enjoy the video. Okay, so I really hope that you enjoyed that campaign, and it really illustrates the role of a graphic designer and a digital designer, as well as a copywriter in industry. Before I move on to the BA in interior design, my colleague Jensi would just like to share some a little bit more about our Vega campuses.
We have 4 campuses across South Africa: Johannesburg, Cape Town, Pretoria, and Durban. Vega campuses really are spaces where our students can connect, create, and collaborate. All our campuses are equipped with computer labs. These are available for our students to use during campus hours. Libraries are not only limited to the books that you see on the shelves. IIE-VEGA students have access to over 960,000 online resources like books, articles, and journals. Our Veganites can also reach out to one of our friendly librarians on campus or online for support. Campus studios allow students the freedom to create. Our campuses offer photography, design, and recording studios, available during campus hours. Collaboration forms a central part of your journey at IIE-VEGA. We have created crayon bright spaces ideal for collaboration across disciplines. If you would like to visit one of the IIE-VEGA campuses for a tour, you can. Simply connect with your contact navigator or book a consultation via our Vega website, vegaschool.com. See you soon.
Oh, thank you very much, Jensi. What I would also like to tell you guys about is our free math and accounting workshops. We came together with Fast Academy, and we offer online support to matriculants in preparing for their math as well as accounting exams. You'll find the link to the RSVP in the description, but here to tell you a little bit more about that is my colleague Yancy one more time.
Hey future Vega Knights, feeling a bit stressed about the upcoming exams? We understand. That's why IIE-VEGA teamed up with Fast Academy. We want to help you prepare for the upcoming exams by hosting free math and accounting workshops, 100% online and open to all grade 12 learners. Please reach out to your nearest Vega campus for more information, or you can book your free ticket on Quicket. We provided you with a link in the description below.
Thank you once again, Yancy. Yeah, guys, if you're interested in attending those math workshops or the accounting workshops, you can get your tickets on Quicket. RSVPs are essential, just so that we can provide you with a link to join the session. Moving on to the interior design program now, the last qualification that we will be covering today. So, interior design is a multifaceted profession, and it requires individuals that are both creative, but they're also very much technically inclined. Your designs will have to be functional. So it's a profession where we come up with creative and technical solutions that are applied within a structure to achieve a built interior environment. These solutions should be functional, and it should enhance the quality of life of the occupants. And another element, of course, is it should be aesthetically pleasing. A lot of students that come to see me interested in interior design, they always ask what's the difference between an interior designer and an architect. So I think this infographic puts it into perspective. Where an architect, if you look at the design of a house, an architect will be concerned about the design of the outer shell and the structure, so all the structural components, as well as the aesthetics of the shell. An interior designer is concerned about everything that you can see inside the building, so floors, walls, ceilings, etc. Okay. You'll see that yellow dot, the BA in interior design, it shifts a little bit to interior architecture. This qualification would prepare you to be an interior architect. We don't call it interior architecture simply because we don't form part of a school of architecture. Our qualification is also recognized by the IID. We are affiliated with the IID. It's a professional body for interior designers within South Africa. And it's shifting more towards interior architecture because of the technical components within this degree. It's very technical, technically heavy. Okay, so we're going to make sure that all our designs are actually functional. There's also a component where we teach you all the technical drawings, so your designs, you will be able to translate that into plans that you're actually going to hand over to a builder to actually execute. As an interior designer, your typical projects that you could work on is anything from residential design, exhibition design, retail and brand design, which I will show you some examples of now, hospitality design. And hospitality design nowadays could be a very fascinating industry because of the COVID pandemic, we need to relook the way that we design our restaurants and hotels, etc. Corporate design as well as product design, small element, not necessarily a focus area, but product design becomes important if you can't source a specific piece. you would be able to design and have it manufactured yourself. Focus areas within this qualification, we do place a lot of emphasis on green design and user-centered design, sustainability, as well as entrepreneurship. We want our students to be successful in the industry, and we want them to have the ability to start their own business. Okay. I'm going to show you a little bit of student work. This is an example of a residential design. You'll see this is a rendering that was mainly drawn by hand. So in first year, you do a lot of hand drawings. In your second year as well as your third year, that's when we start introducing software such as AutoCAD and Revit, as well as Photoshop. That will give you the ability to present your designs and sell your designs to potential customers in a very visually appealing way. Everyone is not as creative as us, and I can definitely not visualize a space in 3 dimensions. So this is a very helpful tool for you as an interior designer to really visualize your designs. Residential designs are obviously houses, bedrooms, bathrooms, living rooms, kitchens. You could also possibly do exhibition designs. This is a really cool example of an exhibition stand. We at Vega, we like to challenge our students with real life briefs. This was one of them. We had a stand at Decorex, I think it was last year or the year before, but we briefed our students to design the Vega stand at Decorex. This was the winning design, and this design was actually produced, which is a very rewarding part of being an interior designer. Seeing your ideas and your designs come to life and actually, you know, having the opportunity to experience a space that you have designed yourself. I think that is a very rewarding part of being an interior designer. So this is a very cool example. One of our students designed for an exhibition stand. Another exciting part of interior design is the retail and brand design. You can imagine with all the franchises that you see, whether it's a restaurant or even a bank. A good example might be Abso, recently rebranded. They had to rebrand all their branches, and obviously they would have relied on an interior designer to assist them with the furniture, the layout, the spatial plans, etc. For their new branches. A very exciting field as well. Okay. Obviously the technical aspect, so when you do your designs, as I said, it needs to be functional, you need to be able to build it, and it needs to work. This degree is quite technically heavy, so we do teach you how to draw, compile all the technical drawings that you will need, the drawings that would typically go to a builder to actually produce your design. So it's not only about aesthetics in this degree, we also have that technical component. While we're on that technical component, if you look at the entry requirements for this degree, you'll see that there is a math requirement. So 50% for math or 60% for math lit. And the main reason for that math requirement is obviously being able to cope with the technical aspect. Bachelor's pass, 30% for English, and then a 50% for math or a 60% for math lit will definitely allow you access into this qualification. Okay. Another exciting part of this degree that makes Vega a little bit different is we're also going to expose you, you heard about Brand Challenge, we're going to expose you to real life briefs. It's called Interior Design Collab, and that's where we get real clients in. You get 2 weeks to pump out a really, really cool design for the client. Typically, for Interior Design Collab, it is for an NGO. In this case, this was one of the interior design collabs. It was for a preschool that was in drastic need of some refurbishment. And I'm also very happy to inform you that this design was actually executed by the school. There's wonderful opportunities in the industry, and it's a great industry to form part of. And I wish you all of the best with your decisions. Thank you for joining us today. That's it from me. I'm going to leave you with a little video message, a little inspiration. Times have been tough this year, but we are the generation for change, and we do have the ability to #be the greatest generation. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to welcoming you to one of the Vega campuses in the near future. Cheers.
Ready? Okay. Now more than ever, in a world of uncertainty, we reflect. Never before has our planet needed change makers and game changers more. Those who refuse to accept, roll over, settle. Now more than ever, we need bravery. Say no to apathy, to indifference, to what can I do? To being beat. Now's the time to rise up, rise above, say yes to passion. Compassion is in fashion. Dash in forward, upwards and towards a future we want to live in. Pick up the pen. Now more than ever, we need creative minds, strategic leaders, brands built with purpose, businesses that look beyond the bottom line, who see sustainability as the starting line. It's time to rethink. Good thing us thinkers have been staring out of windows our whole lives, imagining better. Imagine that. An idea that changes the world is inside you. Now more than ever, there's hope. A hope that the greatest generation is coming up. A generation not defined by age, but by what it leaves behind. Now more than ever.
Be the greatest.
The greatest.
The greatest. The greatest generation.
Generation.
Ebang moluko o iphetile.
The best generation.
Ebang moetapele wa kamoso.
Iba sesona simbolo esitabileyo. Be the greatest generation.
Be the greatest generation.
Be the greatest generation.